Hello, McBallerson. I am Squiggles, of course, and I'm going to be trying something different. Instead of the usual format on Squiggles Starcraft, where I just kind of pick replays and cast them because I think they're going to be cool or I like the players, what I'm going to be doing is week-centric casting involving a certain player, and we're just going to watch a bunch of their games, or his games, or her games, I guess. Um, and just try to have some fun and really focus in on some of our top fan favorite or foreign or Korean or whatever, but whatever you guys really want to see. So this week I am going to start it out right, and of course I'm starting early, but I just had this great idea, so it's going to go all of this week and probably part of next week, if not all of next week, since today's Friday. But I'm going to be doing cats. So we have Complexity's Cats down here. He is the red Zerg player, and he will always be playing Zerg in these replays, and he's going to be playing against the blue Protoss Kiljardi. This is on darim altars, and what really got me going on this was Cats released like an 80 game replay pack a couple days ago. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but I managed to get my hands on a copy, and very greedily I started watching a lot of these replays, and I realized that there is some really good stuff going on. And of course, I love watching cats play, and I assume other people do as well. So I decided, hey, let's just have a week of cats. Maybe some kittens, maybe some cats, but mostly just cats. So we are going to be watching a whole bunch of his games this coming week. That is my big announcement slash intro. Much better than just talking about guys mining gas and minerals and stuff in the beginning. But, yep, that's going to be my plan, so we're going to see how that works. Of course, let me know what you think of my idea in the comments below, along with, when we go for the next player, who you want me to do. So, if it's Destiny, or Marine King, or TLO, or just whoever you want, let me know. Boxer, nada, just saying. Let me know, and I will scour the internet high and low for cool, awesome, wacky, and weird replays of those guys playing, and also just standard play, but just stuff that kind of showcases their style and their talent, and I think it'll be pretty cool. So that is the plan right now. I suppose now I can actually talk about the game. So I will do that. We have Kiljardi. He kind of walled off with his first gateway and pylon. Now he's going to get that zealot, but getting a second gas actually before the zealot starts. And the Cybercore actually finishing when the Zealot's a little bit, so the timing is a little bit weird there. He looks like he's going to get a Zealot, but his Stalker is going to be a little bit delayed just because of that. CoLCatZ, of course, has his Overlord just chilling this little nice spot right here where he can't actually be seen because he's on the high ground, which is really kind of funny based on how we can see it. But Kiljardi is definitely going for a lot of gas early on. Looks like just now throwing down the pylon out here, which will signal that sometime in the near future he'll want to expand. CoLCatZ, meanwhile, went for, I believe, a hatchery first. I wasn't really paying attention, but then adding on the pool and the gas. So, of course, this game isn't going to be a build order that you could copy, at least not by listening to me, because I was not talking about the build order, his opening. But at this point, at 5 minutes in the game, CoLCatZ has 2 queens, a spawning pool, 1 gas, and 2 hatcheries up. And note that he does not have Metabolic Boost started yet, although he could, he does not. Adding on the 1 Spine Crawler because why not be safe with the Spine Crawler? That's makes sense to me. Anyway, Kiljardi, who has a nice little wall here, is going to just be making another wall here after he has his Nexus down. So not going for any kind of forges or anything, just going for some gates. Looks like it's going to be a 3-gate expand, but with the gates coming, the 2 of the gates coming after his Nexus goes down. So he could actually get punished for this a little bit if CoLCatZ wants to. And we see that the Roach Warren is going to be planted. So is CoLCatZ going to use these roaches for defense? Is he going to be a little bit aggressive with them? I don't know. Time will tell. But CoLCatZ does have a pretty decent idea of what Kiljardi is doing, seeing as how he has the Overlord right here. And he's able to see quite a bit of what is going on in Kiljardi's base. Of course, nothing going on back here except for the cybernetics core. But, yeah. Okay, so now CoLCatZ is getting his lair Roach Warren just about to finish, and Zergling Speed on the way, just continuing to drone. If we take a look at the units tab, it looks like 35, 38 drones to 28 probes. Going back to the units being made, it looks like a lot of probes just continuing to be made and actually chrono boost out by kiljardi. So he really wants to get that economy looking super fancy. And it looks like we are going to have a Twilight Council. So we're going to be going for Blink. Are we going to be going for DTs? I don't know, but there is options here, and kiljardi does have quite a few sentries, so he should be able to defend a lot of aggression just because of that. Looks like CoLCatZ is taking a third down here. Notice that in order to defend this is natural. He has to move around here and all the way down and there. So, like that. A little bit hard to defend, but it doesn't have the rocks, and these rocks kind of make it annoying for Zerg players to expand there early. So I'm sure whenever CoLCatZ decides to actually make units, then he will kill those rocks. But for the time being, just wants to get an expansion down, and kiljardi is going to be sending out the Scout Zealot, it appears. Going to be checking out the Xel'Naga Watchtower, and also there's a little probe, and is the probe going to scout? Look at that, so good. Oh, just going to poke in there, going to see it, and instantly going to back away. Boop. Oh, there we go. So Zealot going to come up here now, and I think that he's going to scout, yeah, for this third, wants to make sure there's nothing there. And here comes down the pylon by kiljardi. So kiljardi is going to be trying to put on some pressure and maybe kill this expansion, and that would be a great time to do it because it's just now finishing. CoLCatZ is not going to be able to cancel it, and he's going to be forced to either just sack it or try to defend it. And again, the defensive path is kind of long, especially because all he has right now are roaches. It looks like it is going to be DTs. So roaches with speed and burrow coming out for CoLCatZ, and we have DTs on the way for kiljardi. Looks like his shrine is almost done actually, and he does have a couple of stalkers back here just trying to kill any scouting anything. But oh, he forgot about the scouting changeling. Oh no, CoLCatZ, you're so good. Anyway, pylon is down by kiljardi, not doing any kind of aggression quite yet. Looks like there is a spine crawler down for CoLCatZ. That's pretty smart since he knows he won't be able to defend. And oh wow, 3 DTs. And I don't think that CoLCatZ is really going to be able to do much here, especially if he just focuses down the spine crawler, which he's not doing at all. He's actually just going to focus down the hatchery. Oh, and here comes the overseer. It is on the way. Is he going to get the hatchery? It looks like CoLCatZ might actually try to trap him here. And the hatchery goes down, and now the DT is going to run away right when the overseer spawns. Wow. And it looks like 1 DT is going to be here just causing extra shenanigans, allowing the other 2 DTs to get away. So nice job by kiljardi there. Nice little snipe. Only cost him 1 DT. Still has 2 DTs left, so CoLCatZ is going to have to account for that. And stopping a lot of mining time here. Actually, looks like CoLCatZ blocked himself, and he was not able to really get any... or get his expansion down. It looks like, there we go, just now getting it down. Spore Crawler and a couple more spines and a Cryptomer coming down for CoLCatZ. So wants to make sure he can defend this without units for the time being. These DTs have since ran away and are just chilling at that Xel'Naga Watchtower. So kiljardi is doing a pretty decent job of controlling Xel'Naga Watchtowers. Of course, doesn't have this one, but with all the roaches and stuff all over the place, I mean, it makes sense that he wouldn't have it. He did expand during that and has 2 forges, so he's going to be going, wait, is this +1? Yes, +1 on the way, and looks like 4 more gateways going down somewhere. There they are. So kiljardi is going to be on 4. Let's see, that's 7. And that's 8, and looks like 8. Yeah, so we're going to be on 8 gates right now. Mutas are out for CoLCatZ, and these mutas going to be swinging around. Of course, CoLCatZ is actually going to be droning behind this, getting a few more roaches, a few more mutas, but really just droning a lot and adding on a macro hatch, I believe. Yeah. Now he is focusing with some of his roaches. You can look at my my mouse down here because I don't want to miss the action up here as CoLCatZ loses a couple of mutas, but he is going to be killing off those destructible rocks so he can take a 4th. Now, kiljardi does have a decent amount of stalkers. Blink is on the way, about halfway done now. So he should be able to deal with this okay, warping in a few stalkers, killing 1 stalker really before it even gets warped, but kiljardi now splitting up his units. You can see, yep, there's more stalkers over here, and he's just going to be, oh, nice job even sniping a couple more mutas. And these mutas are expensive, man. CoLCatZ does not want to be losing these, but just the way the map architecture is laid out, there's not enough room for him to run around with impunity without getting some shots taken. So kiljardi taking full advantage, killing a couple additional mutalisks for free, and the CoLCatZ is going to respond by just splitting up mutas, having his reinforcing mutas in very small groups all over the map, forcing kiljardi to make small groups of stalkers, adding on some cannons now, just so he can defend against this kind of weird harass style of CoLCatZ using like 3 mutas in a place, which is kind of weird. Normally you see people do more like this, where they just get a cloud. This isn't really a cloud. You need like 25 to be a cloud. I would say 20 to 25, but it's getting close. It's getting close. So CoLCatZ has a decent amount. It looks like a DT is going to scout it. +1 air attacks just now starting with +2/+2 on the way for kiljardi. Is he chrono boosting those? No. But he is keeping his energy pretty decently low. Oh, there we go. And there's the chrono boost. So good job by kiljardi doing that. And CoLCatZ now with a decent amount of muta is going to be coming in here for maybe doing a little bit of attacking, killing off a few probes. Nice. And oh, there's the blink by the stalkers, getting a lot of damage done on these mutas. And CoLCatZ sticking around maybe a little bit too long, actually, trying to get some extra damage done, but I think taking more than he gave there. We can go to the units lost tab and see that it looks like CoLCatZ is being quite a bit more efficient than kiljardi at this point, doing a lot of harass, but not really donating any units for free, which is really what you want to do. You can see CoLCatZ also is trying to be unharassable, if that's not how you say that, but he has the Overseer, he has roaches here at this expansion just in case there's a little attack. Now adding on a Spore Crawler and a couple of Spines, so this base should be fine. You can see down here he has lots of defenses set up here, so this base should be okay. And when I say okay, I don't mean to like a 200 supply army coming in or a 100 supply army coming in and attacking it. I just mean against, a couple DTs or a little bit of harass, maybe a warp in of some zealots and trying to just snipe things. Should be fine against that kind of stuff. So that's really what the defensive things are doing. And oh, there's only one pylon right here, and it looks like he's actually going to focus down the cannon. That would have been embarrassing. If he just killed that pylon, then everything would have been dead. And it looks like, oh, there's a nice blink going on, but CoLCatZ, does he have enough mutas? It looks like he thinks he does. So he's just going to be focusing down these stalkers. More stalkers blinking, and now CoLCatZ is going to have to run away. But he did lose quite a few mutas there, and more of them, look at this, there's 2 with 13 health. So lots of damage, but at the same time, CoLCatZ has another expansion up and even expanding again. So CoLCatZ is transitioning into the expansion Happy Zerg, where he just gets tons and tons of bases. Really, you can see adding on a whole bunch of Zerglings now because he knows he's going to need some units to combat this. You can see on the minimap that CoLCatZ is trying to rally all of his units, and here we go. Looks like a little bit of a miss rallied, and oh, nice blink. Wow, killing 5 mutas for pretty much free. Going to the units lost tab, you can see that now kiljardi is the one being efficient after doing those blinks. Nice job there. Mutas are expensive, man. They are so expensive. And yeah, stalkers do a pretty good job against him. And here we go, blinking all over the place is kiljardi as he desperately tries to force CoLCatZ out, and he will do so. So CoLCatZ managed to shy away the attack at the front, so kiljardi didn't actually push up into the main of CoLCatZ, but kiljardi is pushing out again. Look at this huge limbo line of stalkers, and if you, oh no, it's like Dragoon AI. Oh, people just all over the place. But kiljardi is trying to account for all the places that CoLCatZ can attack in. And now CoLCatZ is just rallying mass lings in past defenses and into the third base. Going to try to kill some stuff there. Muta's running in at the same time, and now we have roach lings and a Overseer that is just going to be kind of chilling in the middle. Looks like CoLCatZ threw away a few units there for pretty much nothing. Both guys getting close to maxed. CoLCatZ was maxed for a little bit until he rallied all those lings in. And gave them away for free, but he'll be maxed again in just a little bit. It looks like we have +3 weapons on the way now for kiljardi. Is he going to get armor? He has enough money for it, but he probably just wants units at this point. He is moving out again, and now we could have another big attack. It looks like kiljardi, nice job holding the Zalanga Watchtower. That's going to let him know exactly where CoLCatZ army is, but it looks like he is not even going to turn around. CoLCatZ now is going to be moving up into the position between the natural and the third. There are a good amount of stalkers here, but these lings and roaches will help a ton. There's the defensive blink back so that he can use these 3 cannons, and it looks like kiljardi is moving back with the rest of his army, so he could actually sandwich CoLCatZ here. CoLCatZ again sticking around with these mutas, using them as part of his army, not as harassing units. He thinks he has enough, but no, kiljardi comes back. So many units. Wow, that is so much stuff. Lots of stalkers. And again, kiljardi with a bit of an upgrade lead. You can see that he has 2-2 done compared to the +1 weapons of the mutas, or the 1-1 that is not quite done for the lings. So So, Kiljardi is looking pretty good right now, although CoLCatZ doing a decent job of keeping map control and just keeping people away. Now, Kiljardi with his very scary force is moving around on the map, and he has just a couple DTs sprinkled in there. That's so good, because with just a couple, a lot of times, you can run in and like snipe the Overseer, or blink in and snipe the Overseer, and then the DTs just work with impunity. It's amazing. All right, CoLCatZ trying to get some stuff. There we go, killing off that pylon that I talked about earlier. And 4 unit producing buildings are offline now for Kiljardi. It doesn't even matter though. He's going to be moving in here, trying to see how much death and destruction he can rain down on CoLCatZ. CoLCatZ does have quite a few mutas. That is a cloud of mutas. And it looks like more mutas being rallied in from behind, just taking some shots. But I think that Kiljardi might actually just break CoLCatZ right here. CoLCatZ still with more units, and no, it looks like CoLCatZ is going to go ahead and counterattack, realizing that he can't or doesn't really want to go up against 3-2 stalkers, almost 3-3 stalkers. So instead, he's just going to go over here, fight some stalkers that aren't quite as good, and he should be able to take all these stalkers out. Meanwhile, going to be sacrificing a base. So Kiljardi got to be feeling pretty good, and somehow a base was killed over here. I'm assuming that's DTs, and I missed that. I apologize. Anyway, back to the game. Here comes Kiljardi and catching a drone transfer. That's amazing. Meanwhile, CoLCatZ's going to be focusing down this Nexus, and kaboom! And now what is he going to go after? It looks like it's going to be, yep, it's going to be tech. So they could go into kind of a base tradey scenario. Notice that their supplies are exactly equal right now. Looking at units lost tab, it looks like CoLCatZ has lost many, many more supply, and also more just, you know, resources. Oh geez, there's Archons, and you got to be a little bit careful because clumped up mutas are just not very good against Archons, and Kiljardi has 4, so got to be a little bit careful of that. Meanwhile, Kiljardi moving over here, and there are a lot of spines, but he's able to really just attack the spines one at a time, get good surrounds, farming some units as they spawn. And now CoLCatZ is rallying everything he has over here to try to defend, but I think that this hatchery will go down. So Kiljardi is going to, look at this, just doing damage all over the place. So CoLCatZ has his main, and he has his 4th, and that is it right now. So a little bit crazy here, and oh, CoLCatZ, look at that, hiding a lot of drones, and if those drones live, looks like they will, that'll be absolutely phenomenal. CoLCatZ, meanwhile, is going to try to pinch Kiljardi, but Kiljardi is saying, well, come at me, bro, I don't care, and just going to be attacking straight in, getting some nice shots off on stuff, and here we go, CoLCatZ again, thinking he has enough mutas. Does he? Kiljardi doing a decent job of blinking. There's the Guardian shields, and it looks like Kiljardi is actually losing quite a few units, and CoLCatZ has so many mutas that I think he will be able to clean this up. Even though Kiljardi is now blinking beautifully back, it's not going to matter. Just too much stuff coming out for CoLCatZ, and CoLCatZ is going to clean it up. Now, they have both taken significant damage. You can see Kiljardi is totally mined out here, does not have a base here, so he is on one base only right here, and he needs to defend this, and I think he knows. 2 more Archons, and so he's going Archon Zealot at this point against Mass Mutalisk. And what is CoLCatZ going to do to recover? It looks like he's not even trying to expand again. He's just going to put all of his drones back on a base that he already has up and try to kill as much tech as possible. Looks like he's going after the Twilight Council. Nope. Now the DT Shrine. Okay, DT Shrine is down. Twilight Council is down. And just going to get as much damage done for free as he can. Looks like Kiljardi maybe thinking about moving out. No, decides not to. Going to go ahead and run back inside. Is he going to try to attack these mutas? Because I actually think that would be a mistake. Because if he runs around here and comes in here and tries to attack the mutas are just going to bounce over and wreck his base. And this is the one thing that Kiljardi still has going for him. So at this point, it is 1 mining base against 1 mining base. And this is pretty intense. These Zealots got to be feeling worse than useless here, as they just do a good job of absorbing some shots. The Archon's not even able to get a single shot off. There we go. Archon's doing some decent damage now. You can see the splash is doing quite a bit. But a decent job of magic boxing by CoLCatZ, and it looks like he will take out most of those Archons. Now, he could go back over here, but there are still 3 more Archons and more Zealots, but the Zealots aren't really going to do anything against just mutas, and the mutas are 2-2 now. So it is 3-3 units, I believe. Yep, 3-3 for Kiljardi versus 2-2 of CoLCatZ, and I'm just talking about air. We can check out if I can find any. There we go. Let's look at the lings. They are 0-1, yeah. So it's air upgrades versus ground upgrades. Zerg versus Protoss. As we reach the end, it looks like CoLCatZ has about a 50 supply lead now. So I would have a hard time thinking that he is going to lose this game. But kiljardi did an amazing job, and he pretty much had I mean, he had a great shot of taking it for a while. I think, you know, not using Storm probably. Like he had High Templar and he was just morphing them all in, or he had Dark Templar, but if he would have had High Templar, he could have got Storm. He could have stormed and then made Archons, and that would have been quite a bit more efficient. And besides, with mutas that are stacked, if they're in there for like a second, you just see the entire muta's health just plummet. So I don't know. I think Storm definitely could have helped against mass mutas, or just wait for the Heart of the Swarm, and then that'll help against mass mutas too, because they get that cool new air unit that does like AoE air, or AoE anti-air. But here we go, CoLCatZ with so much stuff. You can see he has so many units, almost 2 full supply groups, and now he is going to be moving over here and just taking out a lot of pylons, it looks like. And if he takes out one more pylon, it's going to supply block kiljardi. No, instead he's going to kill the forges. Not that big of a deal. It just means he can't build cannons anymore. And there's a blink forward with 3 stalkers want to prove their worth. But really, I mean, and I feel bad for this Dark Templar. It looks like he didn't get splashed, but that would be annoying if he got splashed while not being detected. But yeah, kiljardi is now supply blocked. He does have these 3 Archons, and that is all he has. He is getting a couple more stalkers, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. And CoLCatZ is going to run over here. Nice little magic boxing. Going to focus down all the Archons. Archons are down. There we go. And once those Archons are down, there's nothing that kiljardi is going to be able to do to stop CoLCatZ. So, I mean, CoLCatZ just with so many mutas left and nice upgrades. There it is, and kiljardi, well, it's not quite a GG, but he's like, come on, man. What do I do against this? Fair enough. Yeah, Archons, it's kind of, okay, so the thing with Archons is they kind of rely on the Zerg player messing up and like being all clumped, but if the Zerg player stays spread out, then Archons really aren't that great. So that is going to be it, just waiting on the GG. Thanks again for watching, guys, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I'll say it again, let me know how you, or what you think of this new format about me focusing on one player for like a week. And also, let me know who you want next week's player to be, so that I can start finding some replays. And if you have or found a cool replay for a certain player, feel free to send it to me at squigglestarcraft@gmail.com, and I'll definitely take a look at them. And if they really are those epic games, then I'll cast those.